Hey all, my name is Paul Borosky and I am the owner of Quality Business Plan. And what I'd like to do today is to give you all some tips and tricks on how to write a RV park business plan, as well as how to construct a basic model that may be used at some point in time, not only to identify some price points for your RV park, but also can be expanded upon to be used for your pro forma financial projections, income statement, and balance sheet. So the way the video is going to work out is I'm going to give you all a little bit of background about who I am, what I do, why I do it. From that point in time, we're going to take a look at how we can assist in providing y'all with some RV park business plan tips and tricks. All right, so with that said, let's go ahead and zip through this little PowerPoint presentation I've got for your viewing pleasure. And as promised, who I am, again, Paul Borosky, MBA, owner of the Quality Business Plan. I am a business writer, specifically a business plan writer. So if y'all do not want to go ahead and write your own RV park business plan, please feel free to pick up the phone, give me a call, send me a text, send me an email. I would be delighted to do it for you. If you do want to write your own RV park business plan, I have some business plan books published on Amazon.com. Feel free to check them out there. And then finally, a little bit of education for myself. I am an adjunct professor and subject matter expert for both business and finance. So if you need a little bit of help with those financial projections, you got your business plan all locked down, but those numbers are tripping you up, no need to struggle. Give me a call, send me a text, send me an email. I'd love to do the financial projections for you. All right, with that said, let's talk about your RV park business plan, tips and tricks. So tip number one, when you're doing an RV park, I find that, and I've worked with many RV park owners in writing their business plans, one of the biggest things that I like to really drill down on in the company description section is going to be the amenities. You know, when people are traveling and they got their RVs, they're going to be traveling a lot, and they like their amenities. And some of the amenities may include, there might be a restaurant on site or very close by. You might have nature trails. You could have a pool. You can have a boating dock. Whatever your amenities are, make sure to list them in detail. Also, really drill down on some amenities that your competitors in the area do not have. For example, if you're on the water, other RV parks in the area might not be on the water, so make sure to talk about that. So yeah, drill down on not only some of the big amenities, but also touch on, you know, a few of the amenities that the other competitors in the area don't have. Next is going to be your target market. From my experience in writing RV business plans, RV park business plans, some RV parks are going to focus on long-term tenants. People are going to go. They might be summer, or what are they called? Winter birds from the Northeast or Canada. Even Canadians love to do the RVs, and they love to come down to Florida and the South, Texas, and even California. But make sure when you're doing your target market, identify who is going to be your primary target market. It's going to be long-term tenants who are coming down for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, or is it going to be travelers that are just going through the area on their way to another destination, and they have the RV parks and they just want to stop in and, you know, for the night or even for the week. Whoever your target market is, make sure to identify that target market, because once you do that, then you can go ahead and align your advertising for that demographic that you're going to be targeting. And then finally, for your company description section for your RV park, make sure to touch on some industry statistics in your business plan. When you do that, and for example, industry statistic that you might want to use is going to be the RV park industry at present is a $6.3 billion industry for revenues on an annual basis in the U.S. Also, the revenues have been growing at about a 3% growth rate in the last several years. So when you go ahead and identify those statistics in your business plan, what you're doing is, first, you're adding credibility to your document. You're showing that, yes, you've done the research and this is a reliable document. And when you do that, it's, like I said, it's going to add credibility to the document. It's also going to add credibility to yourself. When you do this research and you source it and you cite it and you make it in a professional presentation, when somebody takes a look at it and they're going to say, you know what, this person knows what they're talking about. So you can get a lot of benefits, and those are just two of the many benefits you can get from just including some brief industry statistics through, not only just in your industry research, but throughout the plan. It just adds it adds credibility to yourself into the document, and it'll pay dividends later on, whether it be once you get to the financial projections, and we all know those are just guesses. then once they see the documents that's credible, it's going to add more credibility to your guesses for your financial projections. So a lot of benefits for doing that. All right, the next tip is with your financial projections. Now, for this video, I'm not going to get into a whole dissertation as to how to go ahead and construct your income statement, your balance sheet, and your 12-month profit and loss statement. That's a little too deep for us to get into for this short video. However, if you create the small little model that I have right here, it's going to help you not only identify price points for your RV tenants, but it's also going to help you identify how many customers you need to get into your park on a daily basis or a weekly or monthly basis in order to generate the revenues that you're looking for. All right, so the way that this little template is constructed, it took me about 10 minutes to do it. I've got 3 segments. Right here is going to be the revenue segment. Here is a monthly fixed cost segment, and this is your monthly profit section. The way that I've got it started out is the first line is going to be your nightly rate. So how much are you going to charge somebody? How much are you going to charge an RV tenant on a nightly rate? Now, you might charge them on a weekly rate, or your billing structure might be a monthly real billing structure. But for this strategy right here, it's great to break it down to a nightly basis. So for example, again, it's going to be in a nightly rate, number of customers for this hypothetical company that we expect to get in the door on a daily basis is 28. Average sales price per night is going to be about $40. Variable costs, what might include your utilities, hookups, or what have you. So whatever your variable costs are going to be, make sure to document it there. Your gross profits are calculated simply by subtracting your variable costs from your sales price, which gives us $35. And then for the total gross profits, we're going to take that $35 and we're going to multiply it by the number of customers, which is 28. And this gives us a total gross profit on a daily basis of $980. RV parks, from my experience, are going to be open every day. You're not going to kick people out on Saturdays and open the doors back on Mondays. So we're going to be operating 30 days a month. So we'll multiply that 30 by 980. Gives us total gross monthly profits of $29,400. We're then going to drop that $29,400 right here, and we're going to zip up to our monthly fixed cost. So the monthly fixed cost, what you're going to do is you're just going to make a list of what you're going to be paying monthly. You might be paying lease, labor, utilities, marketing, supplies, accounting, legal, insurance, and then the wonderful miscellaneous. So we're going to identify all of our monthly fixed costs for the RV park, document it, stack them up, add them up, and put it at the bottom. And for this example, 17,450 buckaroos. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take that 17,450. We're going to plug it down here to the monthly fixed cost. Once that is done, the final step is going to be to deduct that 17,450 bucks from the $29,400, which is our total gross monthly profits. Gives us a net profits of $11,950. So what does this mean once we have this financial model all constructed? What we can do with it is once we have this all built, and we're going to take a look and we'll say, you know what, $11,950, that's just not enough cheese for us to get out of bed in the morning. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and bump up our number of customers. We'll change that from 28 to 30. And once we make that change, then what's going to happen is all the calculations are going to go roll over, and we're going to be able to see what our net profits are going to be based on that one change. And we can move these variables around to our heart's delight until we identify specifically how many customers we need to get on the door, what the average sales price needs to be, what the average variable costs are going to be. And then all we have to do once we identify those 3 numbers to get our net profits, we just need to focus on getting customers in the door and making sure our sales price stay where it is. And we're going to be inevitably able to achieve our net profits. All right, so hopefully that information is helpful. So as promised, let's sum it up, wrap it up, and call it a day. So in summary, when you're writing your own RV park business plan, make sure to follow a proven format. If you go to the SBA website and you download a general template, you'll be able to use that for your RV park and a restaurant, and then also for a boat manufacturer, and then a lawn care company, and then for a road construction company. There's a lot of different usages for it, and what you have to do once you get that general template, you have to throw out what you don't need and figure out what you don't need, and then you have to maybe add information in there that's more aligned with your industry. So by the time you're done trying to adjust a general format to an RV park, it would have been almost as simple just to go ahead and start from scratch. So be careful when you're using a generalized format. Next, keep the star of the show as the business. Too many times I get a business plan from a client and they want me to edit it, or they want me to go ahead and do something with it. And when I take a look at the business plan and I read through it, I know more about the business owner and all the wonderful things that the clients or the tenants at the RV park are going to enjoy, but they're missing so many critical details as to where the location is going to be, what their nightly prices are going to be, how you're going to be advertising, what's the organizational structure. So make sure to keep the start of the show as the business, and make sure to include all of the components needed. And then finally, if you need some help with your RV park business plan, make sure to reach out to me. Give me a call, send me a text, send me an email. Be delighted to assist. And if you would like to go ahead and have a custom business plan written for your RV park company, just go ahead and visit my website, qualitybusinessplan.com/business plan prices. If you would like to go ahead and purchase a template that is aligned with the RV park industry, I have written it up. It's in a Word document, as well as it includes a financial model as well that is customized for an RV park industry. All you got to do is zip over to my website, qualitybusinessplan.com/RV Park Business Plan Template. Once there, the template's there, and like I said, it's got a Word document and a financial model that's already aligned with the RV park industry. So hopefully this video is helpful. If you like it, give me a thumbs up, and as always, I'll go out and make a little bit of money. Thank you.